Joseline's Cabaret, California, episode 1, titled You Don't. Okay, so the episode starts off with some text. Like, it says Zeus Network T Inc. mail. Video of Hennessy and Oceans getting into it at the NYC Puerto Rican Day Parade. Oh my gosh. Hennessy with a few posts calling Joseline out for being jealous and says she was angry because she was late to the parade. It's like, okay, I understand why Joseline would be mad because it's kind of like important, is kind of a big deal, and you shouldn't be late. Like, I don't know what your excuse was for being late, but I understand why Joseline was mad. Hennessy leaked Joseline's number. Oh my gosh. Yeah, girl, you're wrong for doing that. You don't dox people. Okay, so they start off with the National Puerto Rican Day Parade in New York City. Joseline is looking very beautiful. You see the Puerto Rican flag colors everywhere. It's a lot of people. The episode starts off with Joseline and she's talking to Andrea and she's like, where is Hennessy? Why don't you have your friend here? And Andrea says, I had like glam hair and makeup coming and the hair people didn't come, which explains why Andrea is wearing her natural hair. Hennessy left to go get her hair done, her hair and her makeup done. If that's the story, I think that's very wrong. Look at Andrea, like she went out there just with her natural hair. Like sometimes happens and you're not going to be fully prepared, and from what Andrea is saying, your makeup would have been done. It was just the hair thing. So I feel like you're kind of wrong, Hennessy, but until we hear her story, let's see. Oh shit, like they just showed this girl with a blurred face and I was like, who is she? Why is she wearing the outfit but her face is blurred out? I did not realize that was Hennessy. Wait, what happened? Don't tell me she's not going to be a part of this season. Maybe I think she didn't sign the papers and she said she don't want to be a part of this season. Is that why they're blurring her face out right now? So you just see, are you ready for the Puerto Rican princess, Joseline Hernandez? You see Joseline standing on top of the float. The girls are on the side of her just dancing. They're all wearing pink, so they look super cute. I love the whole dance element of this show, by the way. I enjoy dancing, so like I love watching these girls dance. I just found it so funny because why was there nuns in the crowd? It's like, what are y'all doing here? Go home. This is not the sight for you guys to see. There was literally nuns in the crowd. Okay, so the scene cuts and Joseline's like, Hennessy, are you ready for your scene and do you want to get fired right now? Hennessy is just like, respectfully, that's how you feel. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. Joseline keeps warning her, lower your voice, lower your voice. Hennessy is still like, I ain't going back and forth with you, like whatever. And Joseline said, she kicked the shit out of Hennessy. You see Dani's face like, oh my gosh. Joseline's literally telling her like, get out of here, get out of here. She's like telling the girls, get that girl out of here. She threw a water bottle at Hennessy. Hennessy is still like, I feel like trying to like be a part of the cabaret. She's like, why? Because I said I wasn't gonna go back and forth with you. Like, girl, at this point, you know how Joseline is. If she doesn't want you in the cabaret, you're not gonna be in the cabaret. All right, so Ocean steps up. She starts swinging on Hennessy. Oh my god, they start fighting. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, like in the background made me laugh because I hear Joseline say, you stop crying, stop fucking crying every single time something happens. I'm like, I already know she's talking about Dani because every single time there's a fight or something last season, the girl was crying. Like, girl, are you okay? You've been through some trauma or what? Like, you cry every single time. But yeah, in the beginning, Ocean's kind of tearing Hennessy up. Hennessy was also getting some good hits in too, and Joseline's literally like looking at Andrea and Dani like, you see how y'all two they ain't doing nothing, y'all just standing here. Like, I think she wanted them to literally jump Hennessy and get her off of the float. So Andrea and Dani like get in there. They try to break up the fight between Oceans and Hennessy. They're like, Hennessy, that's it, you just gotta go. Like, even the security is yelling at her like, enough, you gotta go. You see Hennessy try to throw something off to Joseline, but yeah, it's like, I don't think she's gonna be a part of this season. So they're all walking on the ground and Joseline asks Oceans, she's like, are you okay? And Ocean's like, oh, I'm fine. Like, I'm just mad my hair wasn't braided up and I have on heels. Like, that was my only downfall, but I'm good. Like, yeah, nothing happened to her. So apparently Dani has a problem and she says, I don't even know what she says to her. I played it back, I still don't know what she said, but I don't know. Ocean was like, and if you don't like it, you can suck my D. Like, so Dani was like, I'm just still salty from when Oceans attacked me in Paris. This was while they were on the Joseline's Cabaret tour. They had a little fallout over that, and Joseline like literally checks Dani right away. She's like, listen, stop worrying about Oceans, you need to worry about what you doing. Joseline literally calls Andrea and Dani fake, and she's like, y'all are full of, but I'm glad that I know. And they're both just like this. At least this time, Dani's not crying. These two girls, Andrea and Dani, I don't think that they will ever like turn on Joseline like Hennessy just did, or like some of the other girls. So they'll take it. They will take everything that Joseline, has to say to them. Okay, so finally we get the music video of I Like the Way You Are. And it starts off with her and her husband. This song, super, super catchy. That was a cute video. All of Joseline's outfits looked super cute. I see Nick is still front and center as one of the best dancers. I was cracking up because a couple of parts there was like this old white lady like with her blonde hair dancing, and they had like a cowboy in the background. Arriba. It was cute though. I thought like it was a nice video. Everybody looked great. Right. Then we get to the actual like Joseline's Cabaret title screen. That was crazy. Like that was the intro. The episode starts off with Joseline arriving to the Joseline's Cabaret California house, which y'all can imagine is crazy. Okay, this thing is huge. It's a mansion. It kind of has like that old glamour vibe, but yeah, super beautiful. And you got Melissa and her husband. They're kind of walking through the house. They're talking about the season and how everything is gonna go. The scene where they are sitting at is literally so beautiful. Joseline's literally saying this is about to be the biggest season yet. It's gonna be so much competition, which I believe, because every season literally gets better and better on Joseline's Cabaret. Joseline said that they've been to 47 places during the tour, which is crazy. Like that is a lot of places. I didn't even realize it was that much. I've been like following them on Instagram and seeing like where they've been going and stuff. But yeah, like the Cabaret has been killing it. It has. Oh, so this season actually has high stakes on it because it's not just about, money. Literally, Joseline, she wants to have a baby. And like, she's like, I want to have one baby with Ballistic, and I'm not trying to be on tour while I'm pregnant. So this season is not just about money. I want to see who's going to be the best that can lead the Cabaret while I'm off having a baby with my husband, which I just thought like that makes this season so much more crazier. Like the stakes are so much more higher this season because she's literally looking for a leader. And immediately who jumps out to me is Nick, just because she, I think, is the best dancer from last season. I know there's new people this season, so we'll see how the new girls are, but Nick immediately stands out for me. Andrea is, I feel like Joseline's been like, she picked her and she said before she wants her to be kind of the next leader, but I feel like Andrea is not strong enough to be a leader. Like she's a little too meek, she's a little too like soft spoken, she don't give me leadership qualities. Not yet. So Joseline says that she's disappointed in the duo for not having her back at the Puerto Rican parade, and she says that the white woman Oceans was the only person that had her back. I could tell from last season, y'all, when Oceans first came on, the way that she was like, Joseline, like she was crying, I'm here for you and I'm gonna have your back. Like I could tell, I said Oceans is going to literally ride or die for Joseline. Like you can tell, even more so than Dani and Draya, Oceans will have Joseline's back. Like I don't think Oceans will ever betray Joseline. I really don't. But yeah, so now they get into who they're bringing back from last season. So Joseline says obviously the duo Andrea and Dani. So it starts off with Andrea. She has on this black dress, but she's holding her voodoo doll in her hand, and it low-key her makeup matches the voodoo doll. It's cute though. I think she looks good. The wig looks good. Like very cute. I like Andrea. Okay, from the very first season when she came on with her little voodoo doll and all the girls were attacking her, she was kind of like getting bullied. I felt sorry for her. Just seeing her grow, her dancing, and seeing how Joseline kind of became a mother figure to her. Like she's likable, she's sweet, she does get in the paint when she needs to, and yeah, I like Andrea. Okay, then we get Dani. Dani actually looks really pretty in her confessionals. I love this dress. It looks phenomenal. Her makeup, her hair, everything looks really good. Dani has always been like this for me. Like I think I started off not really liking her, and then I kind of went to liking her, and then it always just like flips back and forth. So like we'll see. But one thing I will agree with Joseline on is that all that crying is annoying. Like I need you to stop crying, because Dani's like one that she always stands on business too, but the crying just like takes away from it. Like I just wish she would just stop crying so much. Like always like oh my god, like I don't know, like we'll see how Dani is this season. Okay, obviously Oceans is back. Oceans in her confessionals looks good. She has on like this blue wig and black. I mean, I would say she looks better than last season. Like you could tell the money is definitely coming in, but like Oceans was one of those girls that got a lot of hate last season. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of always liked Oceans. I thought Oceans was very loyal. Her dance moves needed work, but I feel like it's fixable if she just practice. She can look like some of the other girls. But yeah, yeah, we all know she's here because she's been very loyal to Joseline and always has Joseline's back. Next, we got Nick and Des. We see Des in the confessionals. Okay, let me tell you something. Last season, when they first showed Des, I literally was like, oh my gosh, she is so stunning, like beautiful. I was like, oh, I think she might be the like most beautiful girl I have ever seen on the whole Joseline's Cabaret. I mean, like, the girl is gorgeous. Last season, she had some unlikable moments only because she was hanging with, you know, the wrong crowd. I thought like one of the lamest things that Des did was when she did that song with the Russian and Nick girl about Hennessy. I was like, what are you doing, girl? You just look like such a follower. And I don't really remember her dancing that much, so I feel like, I don't know if she's like a great dancer because I just can't really remember it. But yeah, like at the reunion and stuff, like she shocked the hell out of me when she was fighting the Russian girl. Oh my god, and she whooped her. Like, I was like, oh my god, like you just never expect pretty girls to have hands like that because that's not the case. But yeah, I'm happy Des, the Dominican Barbie, is back and she looks great in her confessional. She always kills the hair, the makeup, the outfits. Like she always slays that. She looks amazing. Then we get showgirl Nick. Okay, Nick also looks good in her confessionals, but she's one of those girls that knows how to put an outfit, makeup, hair together, so I am not surprised here. Nick last season, I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning started off not liking her, ended up liking her towards the end. But yeah, Nick obviously is that girl because she's the best dancer. Like she's a professional dancer, and her mouth is what gets her in trouble because she don't know how to shut up. Overall, I like Nick and I knew that she would be back and I'm happy to see her back. I just really hope her mouth don't get her in trouble this season because I don't want to see her and Joseline get into it. Yeah, apparently a lot of shit happened in Paris because Joseline is saying like they were in Paris and Des said jealousy kills. Yeah, and she was referring to Joseline. Joseline's like, how could I be jealous of you? Like, that's another one that shocked me. I'm like, Des said that? Like, what? I did not expect Des to go against Joseline ever. What? Natural is back. Miss Natural from season 2, one of the best seasons as well of Joseline's Cabaret. I'm not gonna lie, I will never forget when Natural came up in there. She was fighting with, what's that girl's, Big Lex. She busted out like in a dance battle with her, like she got all up in her face, so she busted the splits. Like, what? I like Miss Natural's outfit. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of the short hair on her, but you know, that's her style. So, but yeah, she's another one that's a good dancer, and yeah, I'm glad to see her back. Okay, next we have T-Love, another person I was shocked to see back. I'm like, why are you bringing her back exactly? And Joseline's gonna talk about, she spits on me whenever she talks. Like, I be telling her, like, you so short too, that spit be hitting me in my chest. Like, look, the only thing I remember about T-Love is web pole, swung around that stripper pole and dropped T-Love. Like, that's literally the pinnacle of T-Love. Like, the fact that is the memory of you is pretty embarrassing. I will say she looks good in her confessionals too, and I will say the short hair does suit her. I think T-Love looks good with short hair. Damn, so I didn't even know that. Apparently T-Love's sisters beat up Natural to the point where she pieced on herself. Whoa, I didn't even know that happened. So this is going to be the first time that they see each other right now in season 6 of Joseline's Cabaret, and I was like, oh, now I understand why T-Love is back. I really didn't get it before. Oh, Egypt is back. Okay, Miss Egypt, baby. She looks good in her confessionals with her little cowboy outfit on. I'm kind of shocked to see Miss Egypt back because the last thing I remember when she was on that Bad vs. Wild show, when everybody was fighting, she kind of like got off of the stage and she didn't fight, so I feel like she didn't have her team or Joseline's back. So yeah, I'm actually surprised that Joseline allowed her to come back, but she said she couldn't fight because she was on probation, whatever, but anyways, yeah, I feel like I don't really remember that much else about her other than she fought Diamond. Like, oh, the hair. Like, that's all I remember about her, honestly, is the alopecia. I think I was kind of always like this about her. Like, I kind of liked her, didn't like her, like back and forth. So we shall see this season. We got Isis. Isis is back. I like her hair. Her makeup looks good. What I remember about Isis is that she was a good fighter. And I just remember that specifically because she's so tiny. Like, she's pretty much Dani, right? They're both light-skinned, skinny, petite girls. But I just remember, like, Isis got hands. Like, she's a good fighter for her to be so petite. Another one that I was always back and forth, but I think overall I did like Isis. Lexi Gold is back. She looks great in her confessionals, all blacked out, that smooth black hair. It's something about like smooth, straight black hair that always gets me. Like, I just feel like it looks so good on people. I think overall I liked Lexi Gold. She was good at dancing. I want to feel like, what was her most memorable moment? I can't think. I just remember her always fighting with the other big girl, Chinks. I just remember that. And yeah, I hope she doesn't have that pimp manager anymore, because like, girl, what the you can do so much better than that. And the Erica is coming back. You know, she's in the confessionals with her outfit. Okay, I like her makeup. I like her dress. I don't really like her hair. It doesn't match to me. Yeah, let me tell you guys something. I liked Envy Erica last season, even though she was kind of like with the Mean Girl crew. She just has me cracking up because the way she talks, she's like, shut up! Like the way she yells and talks, like, you know, we all know the infamous when she was beating up that girl and riding on her like a cowboy. Like, I would never forget that. That was the funniest shit ever. Happy to see her back. Chinks, okay, Chinks is back. Wait, what? Her hair, outfit, makeup, everything looks good. I am shocked that this girl is back, only because she left last season. Like, the way she left too was so cold. She didn't say bye, she didn't say nothing. She literally just packed her bags and was out of there. Like, y'all know how big this opportunity is. The fact that she walked out and then she got a second chance to come back is like, make the most of this, girl. Come on. She was kind of like boring last season, other than her fighting with Lexi Gold. Like, you know, I don't know. I guess we'll see this season what more she has to offer, because she didn't really show that much last season. Okay, so that's pretty much it from everyone who's coming back. I'm surprised what about Rose though? I'm surprised she didn't come back. Okay, so yeah, they're talking about they're about to get, you know, some new girls as well. So the scene cuts, we get Joseline FaceTiming Andrea. Just cracked me up because Joseline straight up is like, what's up? Andrea said hi with the biggest smile on her face, like like, girl, Joseline's not on that type of time with you. So Joseline's just a little bit disappointed that Andrea didn't have her back at the parade. She said like Andrea claims to be her best friend and they FaceTime every single day, so like they're close and they've built a bond. I like Andrea's makeup in the confessional because it looks like my makeup. Like, I love the eyeliner, the full eye eyeliner. Obviously, I like it because I do that every single day. Not every day, but every time I wear makeup. Okay, so Andrea is like saying that the reason why she didn't fight Oceans was because she was looking around in the crowd and there was a whole bunch of kids there. So she just couldn't bring herself to fight in front of the kids, which Andrea herself has, I think, one child. So I completely understand that. I understand her not wanting to fight in front of the kids, but you didn't have to fight. You could have at least went over there and tried to been like, you know, just leave. In the beginning, you did just stand back. Andrea, Dani, and Oceans are about to go to the house to have a conversation with Joseline. So first Andrea pulls up. Look, I know that I disappointed you and, you know, I'm being a very bad friend, but all I can do is try, okay? Joseline's gonna say, where are the flies? Come out. Because last season they were sitting in the office and Andrea was sitting there like talking. There was like a fly. It kept like flying in her hair and it wouldn't go away. And Joseline says, see, even the fly knows you're full of shit. Like, Dani comes in immediately. She's like, I love you, princess. I'm not worthy. Here she goes with like the weird worship shit. Like, girl, you do too much. Loki, I think Joseline don't like that because she feels like you're being fake. This is the stuff that I don't like of Dani when she acts like this. Like, I love you, worship. And when she like cries dramatically, like, I don't know. It's a bit much. Exactly. See, Joseline was like, you think this is a joke. Like, I literally said that before I even saw the rest of the scene. Joseline's like in the middle of checking Dani. She was like, how much have you made past couple of months, whatever, I'm going on tour and stuff. She's like, 15. And I was like, I know it's not 15,000. Like, and she's like, what? And she's like, Andrea, how much did you make? Andrea is like around 80,000. Yeah, she's like, how are you talking about 15? Dani's like, I don't know how to count. It's like 5 and 5, and I don't know. It was like really weird. Like, girl, you just setting yourself up. But yeah, out of nowhere, Dani's like, Joseline, I just don't want no smoke with you. And Andrea just starts hitting her for no reason. And I'm like, oh my God, Andrea, oh my God, are you slow? Like, this is not what Joseline wanted. She wanted you to do that to Hennessy because Hennessy was, you know, being disrespectful up on the float and talking shit and she came late and all that. Like, she didn't want you to fight Dani right now. Like, Joseline said Dani and Andrea are dumb. Like, I think they're a little slow, to be honest, because why are you doing this right now? It's sad too, because Dani didn't even fight back. Like, she kind of just like stepped back, like, no, she's not gonna fight. Like, they're friends, they're a duo. I feel like Andrea now feels so much pressure because all y'all on social media, so many people are putting pressure on them to like stop being friends. So I think Andrea just has that in her head. I feel like this season they're probably gonna fall out. That's what it's looking like. Also, like, Joseline literally told you to go take care of Hennessy, but like right now she didn't say take care of Dani for me. So it's just, you know, it's weird. Here we go. Dani's crying again. You know, she's literally like, she's scared to come back though, talking about Hennessy. Joseline literally said, B, wipe your nose, it's bleeding. Like, and she's literally lecturing them right now, like, y'all hoes is dumb. Y'all want to fight each other, but you don't want to fight when I tell you get rid of that girl. Y'all don't want to do nothing. Y'all want to stand there looking like Boo Boo the Fools. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little bit bad for Dani in this moment because Andrea just like snuck her out of nowhere. I can tell that Dani really loves Andrea and genuinely truly like believes there's a friendship there, and I feel like Andrea, she likes Dani too, but I don't feel like it's equal. I feel like Dani likes Andrea a little bit more, and I feel like Andrea is willing to like sacrifice their friendship, whereas Dani isn't. But yeah, I feel bad for Dani. She didn't really deserve that from Andrea. Like, no. So Oceans finally arrives to the scene. She's like, I don't know why I'm here, but hey, if I gotta clean up some stuff, I'm gonna clean up some stuff. So immediately Oceans walks in there. She hugs Joseline. She's like, what are you doing with these scary ass? Dani is literally pointing at her like this. Let's talk about Paris. Let's talk about Paris, with her nose leaking. I'm like, oh my God. Just go like that, please. Go like that. Like, damn, Andrea, why did you do that to your friend? That is so messed up. That, like, you literally made her nose bleed. Yeah, I couldn't be friends with you after that. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, you were wrong. You were so wrong. Okay, so they square up, and I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning, it was not looking good for Oceans. Dani's so stupid too. After she yanked off Ocean's wig in the middle of the fight, she gonna put it on top of her head. Like, girl, see, you are a joker. You joke too much. That's why Joseline don't like you. You play too much. Why are you doing that in the middle of a fight? It was funny though. Finally, at the end, Oceans got her hair, and she's bing, 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 bing. Yeah, I feel like Dani won that fight. Loki, but Oceans, you redeemed yourself a little bit at the end there. So yeah, Joseline tells Dani like, go in the house and take care of your face because you're bleeding. Like, her nose is really bleeding now. Joseline's outside. Joseline starts shedding tears too, and Joseline's just like, thank you. She's thanking Oceans for what she did, for having her back. You know, Ocean's gonna say the same thing over and over. She's talking about like, you know, Joseline, this was just like, I wanted this to happen because now I got a chance to prove myself to you. Like, okay, girl, we get it. You go ride for Joseline. How many times are you gonna say that? Joseline's telling them, listen, tonight we're gonna meet some new girls. We're gonna see, you know, get some new girls in the cabaret. It's gonna be $50,000 this season as the grand prize for the best dancer. And meanwhile, Dani is still in the house, and she's still on that. She's saying like she's not really worried about Andrea because that is what she considered a friend. With her and Oceans, that shit was a little bit more personal, so she still wants to fight. She came back, and yeah, I'm shocked. Like, damn, even with like all that like bloody nose and everything, you still want to fight, girl? Okay. So they start fighting. I feel like Oceans probably took that one low key. So Joseline's pretty much ripping Dani a new one. She's like, Hennessy is your friend. Dani said, that's not my friend. My friend would never do that to you. Like, I'm just here for you, Joseline. I'm here for you. Joseline's like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Dani's really like sad and crying and feeling like she needs to find a way to fix it with Joseline. I feel like they can fix it. Andrea and Dani, I feel like they can fix it. It's not that deep. Otherwise, she would literally have said, y'all can get off the show. And then we see the rest of the girls get into two different sprinters. I'm like, oh shoot, this seems like a lot more girls than what was introduced to. So who else do we have? I seen what was her name? Ratatat from Erica Mina's dating show. And I was like, what the hell is she doing here? Not Ratatat. Like, what? Yeah, I didn't even know she's a dancer. It's just so random. And that's not me, by the way. That is not me being disrespectful, calling her Ratatat. That's the name Erica Mina gave her as a nickname. I thought that shit was disrespectful though. I want to know what her real name is because I'm gonna call her by her real name. That Ratatat shit was I didn't like that. Okay, so we get introduced to G Baby. She's a pole teacher. She looks really pretty. She looks good in her confessionals. She's 25 years old, so that is quite young. So we shall see. But the fact that she's a pole teacher just lets me know she must be strong. Y'all people that can go up and down a pole are strong, but you know, strength doesn't always equate to good fighting. So we shall see. But she seems kind of like soft spoken a little bit. Then we get introduced to Kiera Hogan, another pretty girl in her confessional. She looks good. She's a professional wrestler. Okay, she's 30 years old. I'm like, oh shit, she's about to be whooping everybody. Professional wrestler, yeah, these girls better watch out. I feel like she's about to be like, you know, dropping everybody to the ground. She says she's not from the clubs or anything like that, so I'm wondering, like, can you dance? Because this is a dancing show. Then we get introduced to Kanaya from DC. She was dancing for 10 years, so you know, that's another one that's going to be a strong girl. I feel like she's, you know, very qualified to be on the show. Like, it makes sense, you know, 10 years of dancing, Jocelyn's Cabaret. Yes, I feel like she's going to be able to learn all of the moves and all that. Okay, then we get introduced to Love from Baltimore. Like, you hear her Baltimore accent a little bit. I think she's a dancer as well, and she says she's coming for that #1 spot, like as in she wants to be the next leader of Jocelyn's Cabaret. Also another pretty girl. Then we get introduced to Teo Jane Doe. Unique and beautiful name, but she says she goes by Teo or by Jane Doe. She's another one that has like over 10 years of dance experience. The girl's covered in tattoos. She said she has over 100 tattoos, and I noticed it. So I said, to each his own. I feel like it takes away from her beauty, but whatever, that's me. Maybe I'm just old school, I guess. Okay, so now we get introduced to Rat-a-tat, who's going by Gypsy. I like that name. I think it fits her. Like, it fits her pretty perfectly. When I look at her, I think, yes, Gypsy. That's better. She said she's been dancing since 10 years old, so that makes sense. They showed like a little small clip of her dancing. She's like I don't know, it was just like Zeus. Zeus. Oh, why y'all do that? Then we get introduced to Sky. She's from Toledo, Ohio, but the Midwest, basically. They didn't really say nothing about her. Like, we didn't know if she's a dancer, if she has a dance background. Like, all she said is her goal this season is to win. So I was like, oop. Okay. Oh gosh, Gypsy standing up being messy. Gypsy stood up like, I asked Love before filming, how do you feel about the OGs? And she said, F the OGs, I'm here to win. She felt the need to tell the OGs that on the sprinter right now. So here she goes being messy, girl. Why would you say that, first of all? And second of all, what's so bad about what Love said? She said, F the OGs, I'm here to win. She's saying, I don't care about them because you asked her, like, how does she feel? So yeah, I feel like you're wrong and messy. Some of the rest of the new girls are trying to be very neutral here. They're like, well, how did the rest of y'all feel about the OGs? And they're like, I like the OGs on this bus. Like, I feel like y'all on this bus stood up for yourselves. I'm like, yeah, it looks a little bit weak. I'm not gonna lie. Like, what do you mean? Just so conveniently, everybody on that bus you like. But okay, like, neither here nor there. Jinx arrives fashionably late to the sprinter. What happened to you, girl? Lexi Gold is like, do. Immediately she sees her, and they have beef from last season. They were like the two thick girls fighting. Like, when they were fighting, it was crazy, you know. It's like heavyweights, like watching boxing heavyweights. Like, that's what it was looking like. I don't want to see them fight because I feel like it's played out. Like, we need new storylines. Okay, so they're literally like, Chinks, how do you feel that, like, Lexi Gold is like sitting right here? Lexi Gold is literally like sitting in the middle of everybody, like, what's up? What type of energy you on? Like, and they're like, do you want to like talk about something, or like what y'all trying to do? And Lexi Gold's pretty much like, yeah, I didn't really F with what you said at the reunion about the kids and the allegations you made against me. Like, it was some serious stuff that Chinks said. I think it was actually not true. So I understand why Lexi Gold is upset right now. And I feel like when you make untrue statements, you need to publicly say that, you know, that was wrong of me, or like take back what you said publicly, you know? Ew. Chinks said she's not taking back nothing because everything that she said was facts. I'm not a big fan of this though. Like, I think it was pretty much proven, because you could be charged with anything, but she was never convicted of anything. So you are wrong here. I believe so. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me in the comment section. But yeah, that's not a good look for you, Chinks. Oh no, they get up and they want to start fighting. They start fighting on the sprinter. Boom, boom, boom. I just hear, y'all big as hell. Y'all big as hell. Y'all big as, like, the girls are trying to get up like, you are not about to injure me fighting. Oh my god, I hate when they fight on the sprinter so much, on the van. What is this, limousine? I don't know, but yeah, I hate when they do that so much, because it's just like, y'all can't even really fight to your potential. It's so much in the way. Forget the people, it's like seats, and like the ceiling is low, and like, how can you even fight like that? To me, it looked like Lexi Gold took that, because I've seen her swinging and connecting more than I've seen Chinks connecting. And then at the very end, Lexi Gold had her hair, and they're like, let her hair go, let her hair go, let her hair go, and she held on to that hair like, nope. When you're in this position and you can't move, like, you just look like the loser. Oh my god. Okay, so like, they're kind of like yelling at each other back and forth. Lexi Gold say, you want another one, you want another one, you want another one. Chinks already kind of near the front of the sprinter. All of a sudden you just see Chinks go, and you just see, like, from the top view, it like boom, like hits Lexi Gold, knocks her all the way back. The girl was like, you could hear it, like the crack. I was like, oh my god, did her nose just break? What just broke? Because something cracked. Like, you could hear it. It was crazy. And then we get the previews for the next episode. Like, damn, I wanted to see that. That was a great first episode. I'm excited to see the rest of the season for Joseline's Cabaret.